2012 was supposed to mark a return to glory for the University of Arkansas. They had 16 returning starters, including the best quarterback in the SEC, 2 legitimate Heisman contenders, and a schedule bringing both Alabama and LSU to Fayetteville. The Razorbacks' last national title came in 1964, a drought of nearly a half-century. Finally, this was their year. Then, a cruel betrayal.
First of all, I'd just like to thank everybody that really has shown their support for me and my family.
With excellence within reach, the excitement was suddenly replaced by a question. What would happen to the Arkansas Razorbacks?
I have informed Coach Petrino that his employment with the university was being terminated immediately.
Join us as we accompany the Razorbacks on their journey through the 2012 season. This is College Football Confidential, Arkansas.
Go, 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 go! Push right, push right, push right! There you go. Good speed. There you go, nice.
August in Fayetteville, Arkansas. After an off-season of upheaval, the opening of camp is a relief. The long, hot days of practice with temperatures soaring into the hundreds are predictable. The routine is a comfort.
All we expect is all you got. It's pretty damn simple from there on out. We think we're the best, we'll be the best. If we think we're champions, we'll be champions.
The Hogs are coming off their best season in 5 years, having finished 2011 with a number 5 ranking and a record of 11-2. Those 2 losses, both on the road, were to Alabama and LSU, the 2 contenders in last season's national championship game.
Right now, this team, you guys, we have an opportunity to be special. When the damn door opens, you better be ready to jump through it. You've got a place and time in history right now. Jump through the damn door. Let's go.
By the spring, it was clear that 2 of the Hogs' most potent weapons would return for 2012. First-team All-SEC quarterback Tyler Wilson chose a shot at college glory over the NFL, and running back Niall Davis had recovered from a season-ending injury suffered a year ago. Head coach Bobby Petrino had all the pieces in place to make a run at the conference crown after returning the Razorback program to prominence.
When I hired Coach Petrino, I knew the kind of coach he was, a hard, driving, tough taskmaster who had great discipline and accountability in his team. So and I think he set out to instill those things in our team, in our student athletes, and I think our program reflects that. And I do think you need that kind of leader in an SEC environment as tough as this conference is when it comes to football.
He's a great coach. He's won anywhere he's been. He knows how to do things, and so he came in here and taught the players how to grind. They know how to work. They know how to go about their business. They know how to show up and get better every day.
He brought a sense of organization, work ethic, a tremendous amount of desire to win and what you have to do in order to win. And I think we've had all the blocks put in place in order for us to continue that.
We've just got a winning attitude now. We don't want the Cotton Bowl. We don't want the BC. We don't want the Sugar Bowl. We want championships now. I think we've gotten to the point where losing is not an option.
Well, it changed under Petrino. I think people around here now believe and feel when he was running this thing that they were capable of winning a national title, and that's something that it was hard to say. I think 10 years ago, he really helped these guys feel like that they're a big time football program.
Breaking news this noon hour, Arkansas head football coach Bobby Petrino recovering after a motorcycle accident. Arkansas State Police.
The guy that I didn't even know, he was like, did you hear about your coach? I was like, no, I didn't hear about it. He was like, it's all over Twitter. He got in an accident. And I was like, is he okay? He was like, yeah, he's alive. I didn't know what had happened, and I found out he was kind of hurt. But then the allegations started to come out, and it was like, you know, just something for someone to talk about. I didn't think it had any truth to it.
We were returning from a retreat for the university, and I got a phone call from Coach Petrino at that time. What was said was that he had more to share with me, and that there was a passenger on the motorcycle, and that it was our employee Jessica Durrell.
Arkansas coach Bobby Petrino is at it again. If he's not quitting on his team in the middle of the night via letter, he's running around on his wife with a subordinate half his age, laying his Harley down in the street and then lying about it.
But it was difficult. It was strained. He was, you know, obviously he was upset and he was concerned, and he was still suffering from the effects of the accident at that point as well.
It was a controversy that could have torn a team apart.
I'd say the team morale probably at that point was kind of disappointed and a little bit angry. You know, it's something that we really believed in him. And then, you know, with that happening, even though it wasn't football related, it was, you know, it's something that we pride ourselves on, is, you know, taking care of each other as family.
It wasn't in the sense of we felt betrayed. It was just of a sense of like, man, and that happened, and then it was just, well, now what?
Well, we set forth on our administrative review, and then once we knew the facts and additional facts came out during that review, it became very clear to me that we needed to dismiss Coach and move in a different direction.
This afternoon, I have informed Coach Petrino that his employment with the university was being terminated immediately.
Well, I think it had a tremendous impact anytime you lose your leader in any kind of circumstance. You know, it's one of the things that a team, you know, of any sort, whether it be business or football team, basketball team, it makes it tough.
It was a decision made by the athletic department, and the athletic director Jeff Long, that you know, he had facts that we didn't have, and you know, he had to make that decision. So you got to go with what's best for the program and move forward.
You know, I think kind of what I said from day one. I think everybody in the world makes mistakes. I mean, he's obviously paying for it. He's trying to make everything right, move on with his life. He's my brother. I love him. I'll always be there for him. I'll always do everything I can. Definitely was you know, it hurt him. It hurt the players. It hurt us.
The night that we were all informed that he was dismissed was it was kind of a weird atmosphere. He comes at Jeff Long, walks into the team room, and all the coaches are there, and it's kind of an eerie deal. And you know, a lot of people were not sure of the direction that it was going to go after that.
I know that when I left that room that day, there was an opportunity for some leaders to step forward and talk about the future, and I thought that was very impressive.
Tenarius Wright was a guy that I think came up huge that night. You know, there's kind of a sense of who's going to take it from here, who's going to take charge to step up, and Tank said something, everybody sit down. And he said it with a loud, commanding voice, and I think that was a huge turning point. If I had to pick now, that was a big point, and then he and I both got up and spoke.
Tenarius Wright, you know, told everybody to sit down, you know, and everybody sat down, and everybody sat up, you know, and you know, he just said that, you know, our goals hadn't changed.
I kind of wanted to see it on his face, see whatever his emotion was, and my emotion came out. It was basically to tell the team that no matter what happens, I'm still willing to, you know, put it out on the line, and I expect the same thing from the team.
You know, I think when it first happened, we understood that we can either hang separately or hang together, and we've all decided, hey, we're going to hang together, and we're going to make this thing work, and we're going to be successful, and we're going to win football games and do it the right way.
You could have had a situation where a number of guys left, and I think that speaks volumes for what was said that night and how people used that situation to kind of see how it was going to go, see if the leaders, see if the coaches, see if the administration was going to waver, and nobody did. Everybody stood strong, and I think that spoke volumes and said, hey, we're staying put. It's a pretty good place to be.
On CBS Sports Network.
2 weeks ago today, we set out on a search to find a new head coach for the University of Arkansas.
Well, it began almost immediately, and then it first began with our own staff, looking at our assistant head coach and our 2 coordinators. But once looking at that situation, none of those individuals had had any head coaching experience. And then I began to look outside, look at other coaches who had expressed interest. But it wasn't until an assistant coach, through one of my staff members, shared that Coach Smith would be interested in helping if he could. And at that point, I was within my process of looking at coaches, and he was someone that I immediately thought, I need to take a look at him.
At this time, it's my honor and my pleasure to formally introduce head football coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, John L. Smith.
For 40 years, John L. Smith has walked the sidelines of college football. He's held head coaching positions at 6 different schools, including Louisville and Michigan State, and has earned the reputation as a rebuilder of programs. Smith has also mentored many other coaches along the way, including Bobby Petrino. From 2009 to 2011, Smith served as Petrino's special teams coordinator and outside linebackers coach at Arkansas.
They were poised for an incredible year. And as I looked at it, I thought, what would give them the best opportunity to be successful this season? And then as I examined John L. Smith, he had worked, I think, with 8 of the 9 coaches on the staff. He knew the student athletes of this team. He knew the mindset of this team. He was a mentor to Coach Petrino, so he understood that whole mindset and that approach to the game of football. It made all the sense in the world, and I think that Coach John L. Smith was the perfect choice for the circumstances we had.
Our expectations are that we're going to go ahead and we're going to battle, and we're going to fight for a national title.
Coach Smith was a perfect fit in terms of he's had head coaching experience. He's been in this program for 3 years. And as players, you need a little bit of that, especially during these times. And I'm excited about having Coach Smith as our head coach.
Now, go attacking. When you head across the bow, let me see your eyes. Get your eyes up. That's a little bit better.
Once Coach Smith came in, and then they let us know it was going to be the same coaching staff, that it was, it was a breath of fresh air. Everybody it was focused time then. I was happy because I thought it was a good decision to bring somebody that was familiar with the program, familiar with the state, familiar with us back in, just to kind of keep everything under control and everything is close to the same.
Well, I think as I took a look at it coming in, I thought we're facing adversity, and these guys, particularly this football team and this coaching staff, they don't want to see the boat being rocked and coming in. I think that maybe I can provide a little stability as far as and making sure that we're not going to change things. We're going to keep things along the same path that we've been going and just continue on.
With only a 10-month contract, Smith faces the unusual task of overseeing a program he might not be coaching come December.
All right, let's go.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this before. You've seen the interim coach for a season tag. I don't know if you've seen a 10-month contract. It's really weird writing that, John L. Smith was signed to a 10-month contract because you want to write 10-year contracts. That's what you're used to writing.
Hey, 25! Get out underneath him!
I think bringing back John L. was a great move because, really John L., that's who, outside of my dad, John L's who brought up both my brother and me in this profession. We both started out coaching for him. We both coached for him for a long time. So him coming back as the head coach, all the base philosophies and everything, just the way we go about doing things every day doesn't change.
That's it. Come on. Let's go. Here we go. Well,
Like when both Petrinos were on his staff at Louisville, the philosophy remains consistent, but Smith's personality is different.
One over here and one over here will go.
Coach Smith being the head of our team right now, it's probably a more relaxed team. Although we used to the grind with us being an older class team, just a lot of redshirt juniors and redshirt seniors here, fifth-year guys. We just older team, and I think it's more relaxing. And the team is just more mature.
Good job, Coach Smith. Good job, Coach. Coach Johnson, go have a great day. First day.
I think our kids are probably having a little bit more fun. I mean, Coach Smith's personality is such that he wants to work and he wants to grind, obviously, and that's the foundation of the program that Coach Petrino set up. But at the same time, I think there's a fine line about, hey, let's go have fun still. Let's enjoy practice. Let's enjoy each other maybe more.
Why do you think that happened? Because you got long and you never got your second step down. So you're on one foot. So you're going to get knocked on your butt.
We win as a team. That's what this game's all about. That's what makes it worthwhile to everybody on the team. So it's not throwing for so many thousand yards. It's a matter of us winning as a football team that makes this whole thing important and worthwhile.
There you go!
Coming up on College Football Confidential, Arkansas.
Outside of here, just thought everything was crumbling and falling down, but really in here, we knew we were going to show up and go to work the same way we have every other day and keep doing things the way we've done them and just move on and keep getting better.
So we can have all our grades done by Friday? You did a good job yesterday. Made some plays. Starting to find a home. Starting to be a better player. You need to get those grades done.
One of the more curious situations in the wake of Bobby Petrino's firing is that his brother Paul remains with the team. Hired as the offensive coordinator after last season, the younger Petrino also coaches the quarterbacks.
But what Tyler did a great job up here, everyone. He threw it to the shoulder away from the nearest defender.
Paul has handled this situation incredibly well. I have great respect for him and the way he's managed this. And he's a football coach, and he is coaching these young men extremely hard in a positive way. So Paul has done nothing but impress me throughout this process.
I think he handled it very well. He came out and he spoke not long after the decision or whatever happened. It had to have been very, very tough to be going through that. And it was really impressive hearing him kind of just powering through this. But I think that's the way the Petrino family works. Obviously you love your brothers and your family and stuff, but you also know that you've got a job. And I think he's handled it that way. He knows he's got a job to do. He's going out there and doing it.
Can't get jammed! You can't get jammed, Kobe!
It was difficult, but I think the coaching staff respects me. They know I work hard. They know I go about my business every day and do everything I can. And there's no question the players do. And me and Tyler have a great relationship. And to be honest, I think it made us all come even closer.
If you don't throw it to him, they're not going to do it in the game. If you cover something to me, throw it to him so he'll do it in the game.
Outside of here, just thought everything was crumbling and falling down, but really in here, we knew we were going to show up and go to work the same way we have every other day and keep doing things the way we've done them and just move on and keep getting better.
Hey, that's not working hard, 71. That's not trying to get better right there. That's going through the motions. All right.
One key piece to Petrino's offense is Tyler Wilson, the only Razorback quarterback to ever be named first team All-SEC. An Arkansas native and lifelong Hogs fan, Wilson's decision to return for his senior year comes as no surprise.
I didn't feel ready to go. There's something deep down inside that says, hey, I've got some unfinished business. I'm an Arkansas guy. I've lived here my whole life. This is comfort to me. I had a relationship with a lot of the guys in the locker room. I felt like I wanted to be in college. Why not stay? Why not accomplish something that hadn't been accomplished yet?
Coming back, I think that's a personal thing to him, that he wanted to prove something. Maybe try to do something that nobody else has done in a long time around here. So I think that's a personal thing with him, and it's great to have him back, of course, and I think the team loves having him here. So we certainly love him.
Tyler's like offensive general. He's just sitting back there masterminding plays, masterminding designs for them to come out and attack the defense. And with Tyler and his enthusiasm, the way he thinks he has so much more to accomplish, and that's what really making Tyler just a dynamic player that he really is.
Put it right on. That's the way to throw the ball.
It was crucial for Tyler to come back because he's our leader on offense. He commanded the team last year. And then for him to come back for his senior year gave us an extra
Next step to be special this year.
Bam! That looks good. That looks good. That looks good.
You know, that's a lot of things. I don't even think you can count them all, how beneficial it is to be an Arkansas kid. Understand the importance of the program and the fact that friends and family can come watch it anytime I'm an hour south. I can head home when I need to head home.
This is his team. There's no doubt about it. He takes the field every day with a passion to be great. You know, he has intensity about him, and he's put in a lot of time in the offseason. You know, we've spent a lot of time in the film room. He's put a lot of time himself, and he's got himself a lot more mentally ready to play the game.
He has learned so much. You know, when he came in today, when I talked to some people, and they just said the way he's grown has been just unbelievable. He has grown by leaps and bounds since he first got here, and even in the last year or so. He's gained a lot of confidence, and he was thrust into a leadership role. He stepped in willingly and said, I'm taking this team over. This is my team now. He's handled it remarkably well. And so when you have him to start with, I think you're in a very good spot.
Come on, Tyler. Here we go now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hit all 8 of them. Boom. Good job. Good job. Good job. We know Tyler's the starter. He's the main leader. But that doesn't mean that we don't have 4 other great leaders in the room. We got that? So make sure we're all doing that. You can do it even more now that you're playing receiver too. All right, so I want great leadership out of this room every day.
One question on the team is who will be Wilson's backup. It's a contest between 2 Brandons, Brandon Mitchell and Brandon Allen.
It's always interesting. You know, we've got a situation that's a little bit unique this year. We have Brandon Mitchell, tremendous athlete, got a lot of capabilities, and we're moving him out to receiver a little bit.
You know, it's something me and Tyler came up with first, you know, during the spring ball. I was like, man, I just want to get out there on the field, and we was just joking about what other position I can play, and the receiver came up, and, you know, I told him I was okay with it, and we went to Coach Paul and talked to him about it.
Then we have a guy named Brandon Allen who can throw it. In times I'm watching, I was pretty good throw. That's better not just throw it.
Look. Good.
So you know, they're going to continue to contribute and fight for that position there. And I think either way we go, we've got a solid situation.
It's a tight race. They're both real good players. Brandon Mitchell is he's got a good arm. He's accurate. He's probably a little more athletic. Can make plays with his feet. Can run around. Obviously, he's going to play receiver. And then Brandon Allen, he's got that big time arm, chance to play at the next level. Accurate, can make all the throws. Got a really quick release. Just you can just make all the throws you want to see.
Brandon Mitchell. There's a young man that it's great to have him in there, but we want to get him on the field. We want to get him taking reps because he is a big, nice body out there that knows how to use his body to shield guys. I just see us getting a lot out of him. So he's not going to be out of the mix, but you know, we're going to try to really focus on a lot more time and a lot more getting him on the field at wide receiver and letting him play because he's a talent for us. He can make a lot of plays.
Good shot, good shot, good shot. Here we go, here we go, here we go. That's the way to throw the ball, that's the way to throw the ball. Eyes quick tuck, eyes quick tuck.
We at
8791. Call 1-800-647-8791.
Pivot catch. I'm throwing it behind you. Go. Right there. Good. Words and blanks every time. Words and blanks.
Running backs coach Tim Horton has never had an arsenal like the one he has this year in the Arkansas backfield.
Hey, good. Stay low in my pop, okay? Stay low in your pop.
His 3 senior leaders, Ronnie Wingo Jr., Dennis Johnson, and Kiero Small, are poised for big seasons. But the focus is on junior running back Niall Davis, who's back after missing all of 2011 with an ankle injury.
Good. Good looking play. Good play.
I remember the deep play. It was 47. I was taking my zone still. I ran in and I was finna go to the ground. I saw the ground, but my foot was caught behind me, and then a guy just fell on it, and then he stayed on it. It was hurting, but it went numb kind of fast, so that was a good thing. But you know, it was just a sad day for me, sad day for my family. sad day for Arkansas.
I can remember sitting in a staff meeting trying to decide, are we going to play Niall that day or not? And we made the decision that we were going to treat it like an NFL preseason game for him, in the sense that we'll give him 8 or 10 plays, get him hit 2 or 3 times, get him 3 or 4 carries, and it didn't work out so well.
I already knew. I knew what I was about to get into as far as rehab and the mental aspect of it, and not being able to walk. That's the worst part about hurting your ankle. You can take the shoulder, you can take the collarbone, that's fine, but when you can't walk, can't do stuff for yourself, it was just bad. That's all, man.
You never want to be thankful a guy got hurt, but a little bit, I'm thankful he got hurt. He's back. He's with us this year. He may not have been back. So, let's look at it from a positive standpoint. We get him for another year. I remember the night he got injured. He and I were the only 2 in the hospital late that night. And, he was like, hey, Coach, I think I can start rehab tomorrow. Hey, let's go get back to work. And that's just the kind of person he is. I think it made him mentally stronger, in my opinion. I think he's hungrier than ever, missed that whole year. Him coming back now, he's, stronger, faster. So I think it made him better.
Let's go, baby! Turn up on 3! 1, 2, 3, turn up!
The 6-foot, 220-pound Davis is more than ready for a possible record-setting year and a shot at the Heisman Trophy.
Once he got back moving around and things, I saw he was in the meeting room. He was encouraged, and he actually helped me a lot last year. So I think, if anything, I don't think it set him back. I think it made him strong. It made him work even harder. And you see him out there every day now, he's running like nothing happened.
He's a guy that he wants to be the best at what he does. I think that he's really grown as a leader. He's done an outstanding job for us, influenced by the way he goes about his business.
The thing that we're so proud about with Niall is he came to the University of Arkansas to graduate, and he's going to do that. And he may not have done that if he hadn't got injured last year, because he would have probably moved on to the next level.
He's one of the best running backs in the country. Last year was a tough blow for them. You lose him in the preseason, and it took probably a couple of weeks for them to really kind of figure out what their plan of action was without him. So with him back, this team's really got a legitimate chance to win the title.
Although Niall Davis is a team captain, his lead blocker commands the same respect. Senior fullback and all-around specialist Kiero Small is a JUCO transfer out of Hartnell Community College in California, who is an integral part of the Razorbacks game plan on both sides of the ball.
If you ask our players who's the best football player on this team, he would get a whole lot of votes because of his toughness, of his strength level, of his ability to go hit people and play physical football.
He has low pad level. He's only, about 5'2", 5'3", so he's a short guy. He's stocky, so everything he does is powerful. Everything he does is just locomotive. He knows how to just get to a linebacker.
Keep your ass to the quarterback.
He has that personality where people just navigate to him. He's a good guy. And on the field, I don't think I even know anyone else. He has a lot of respect on this football team, and rightly so, because he's earned it by the way he performs in practice and in games.
Compete now, let's compete.
In JUCO, I played mostly linebacker. I maybe had 5 to 10 snaps a game at fullback. And now I play fullback mostly all the time. I play linebacker a little bit here, but the transition was just getting back into offensive mode. You got a man, you got to beat him to the spot and things of that sort.
Quick. Here we go. 3 turns. 15.
I think he's another guy that the team looks up to automatically because of his production on the field and his toughness. When he broke his face mask and broke his face mask, and when you do things like that, you gain respect very, very quickly. And I think there's not a person on this team who doesn't respect him. And when you have that respect, of course, you're a great leader.
He has a nose for football. Playing fullback definitely helps him because he has an understanding of where the backs are trying to fit and things like that. So all that's just gone into one the job done.
I'm 23, so I'm older than a lot of the guys. So the young guys look to me for stuff off the field. How do you handle certain things of that sort. Even with dealing with your rant and then on the field, it's just really tough. That's basically what a fullback got to do. You got to be tough in order to play the position. So I just try to bring toughness and energy to the team.
Coming up on College Football Confidential, Arkansas.
I see this football team as having a confidence in Paul Haynes, a confidence in Taylor Johnson coming in, who are new guys here. So I think they like that.
Here, let me put you on camera. Now,
The Razorback defense finished last season ranked 11th in the nation, but their losses to Alabama and LSU by a combined 24 points have left a bitter taste.
they got to score, right? We held them to a field goal. Sink, let them throw the ball underneath. You got to control the seam as a star, all right?
This season, they're determined to improve and have brought in a new defensive coordinator and a new linebackers coach, both from Ohio State, to help in that effort.
Don't see it. Man, Al, you're both too far. Okay, you should be in the 30s if anything. You're almost in the 40.
Haynes coming in, and that's a little different deal for us. But I think the fit has been great. You know, his relationship with the kids has seemed to taken off. I mean, and I think they really love it. They love what we're doing. I see this football team as having a confidence in Paul Haynes, a confidence in Taylor Johnson coming in, who are new guys here. So I think they like that.
This ain't high school, is it? It's better, right? It's better. The best time of your life, tell me.
You know, when you talk from top to bottom, I think the SEC is a little bit more physical a little bit. And I know everybody would sit there and say, well, that's, you know, Big Ten's 3 yards and cloud of dust. But, you know, when you look at guys up front, I always start with the front guys.
You got man-to-man. Your eyes burn on your man.
You know, where we may have 1 or 2 really good players. I think there's 5 or 6. You know, and they're freakish type guys.
There you go! There you go, team! There you go!
So when I look at the personnel, that's what I see the difference, you know, is those guys up front.
There you go. You got to get lower, though. Got to get lower.
I think anytime you play defense, you have to stop the run. That's the number one thing we talked about since we walked through the door. We told and asked our guys to dream about it. When they're eating, think about it. We have to stop the run.
Turn around! Hasebe, hey, remember, we didn't put a coverage call on it. 2 buttons.
We talked about simplifying. We're going to concentrate a lot on tackling. In my opinion, big plays happen a lot of times because of lack of tackling. And when you look at the film last year, you know, there was a lot of missed tackles. So we'll spend a lot of time on that. We'll make sure that the package is simple, sound and simple, that our guys can just fly around next to.
Because once you do this, guess what? I'm where? I'm close to him. All you're going to do is just grab me.
This should still be a pretty good run blitz for us now, all right? Because these guys are coming off the edge. Now we can fit the flow.
The Arkansas linebacking core is among the best in the nation and has become even stronger with the addition of Tenarius Wright, who moved from defensive end to benefit the team.
To me, there's 2 types of leaders. There's guys who produce on the field, so of course there goes the team's going to look up to, and then those guys who are the vocal leaders. And Tank was kind of that person that I think a lot of people, our players, looked up to because he was productive on the field. As a player, you know, the sky's the limit. You know, he moved positions, but he hadn't missed a beat. The only thing that he had to work on was his breathing in his heart, because he did a lot more running at linebacker than he did at defensive end. But as far as playing the position, controlling the defense, I mean, the sky's the limit for him.
Tenarius has been a tremendous player for us. At defensive end, obviously very productive player. So I think his leadership skills have come with his show on the field. We're really happy to have him there, especially right in the middle of our defense.
Fellow linebacker Alonzo Highsmith has also emerged as a leader on the defense. The son of a former Miami Hurricane and NFL running back by the same name, Highsmith led the Razorbacks in tackles for a loss last season.
Alonzo got thrown in the fire last year. But Alonzo would be the first to say that he didn't always know exactly what he was doing. I think now he feels comfortable with knowing what he's doing. You know, he's another guy that has turned up his leadership skills. And he'll probably be the first one, you know, right beside Tank that'll get this defense going.
You know, he just makes plays, man. It's in his bloodline from his dad, you know, being in Miami. But, you know, that's something he always talks about, him being a Florida guy. And, you know, Alonzo, he's just a playmaker, man. He's a playmaker. And another guy lets his play speak louder for him on the field, and he just leads by example.
Alonzo Highsmith, touchdown, Arkansas.
From Mom a lot.
The lazy days of summer become a distant memory as soon as preseason camp opens in early August. There are no wasted minutes, no wasted motions in the work the Razorbacks do to prepare for the season. For 6 days a week, the team runs through a grinding routine of complex schemes and formations, enduring 100-degree heat. Still, the players must keep their focus, attending 3 position meetings a day, absorbing an endless stream of information. Days can last 17 hours, all devoted to the X's and O's of football.
Y'all know what it is to outwork your opponent. Do we win because we have the most damn talent? We have some talent, but we do what? We grind, right?
The word of the program has been and is grind. If we continue to work hard, we continue to do the right things, if we get into the fourth quarter and we have grind out a win, if we just keep grinding and keep getting stronger with every play and demanding more from one another, that we'll grind it out.
It's definitely a grind, but that's what camp is supposed to be. A lot of guys realize that. You know, coaches, we realize it. And that's our motto, you know, it's the grind.
The biggest grind is just waking up and just knowing that it's another day to get better. That's just the biggest thing, is overcoming yourself.
You know, I think each day you go out there and by each period, let's get better. Let's walk off that field and have something that we all improved on that day. And go out there and have great effort every day. If you do that, you usually have a chance to improve.
The hardest part probably mental grind, especially for the younger guys, you know, coming out of high school, and even the guys that's been here for 1 year. You know, you're busy all day until 10:30 at night. It's just a mental grind. You have to be physically prepared for it, to get in the ice and stuff like that, and then also mentally prepared for every meeting we have.
Quarterback position is different than all the other guys. They're getting beat on every day in practice, and their feet are hurt and their knees are hurt. The offensive line have to wear knee braces every day, so their knees are banged up. Quarterback, we're doing a little bit of everything, so it's different. I mean, yeah, my body's a little bit sore. I got to get my stubs, but I got to devote a lot of time to the film room, intense meetings, and I think that's what you got to do to prepare yourself and become a great football player, is push yourself to the ultimate max. And that's what training camp's all about.
Get your pads down. Go! Pad level. Good.
I think the most important thing is we focus on each day. We gotta have a good practice today. And before that, we gotta have good meetings. And before that, we gotta have good preparation as coaches. So I think the most important thing is to just make sure that we take advantage of each segment of the day that we're in, each period that we're in practice, and each practice that we have.
Go Dylan, go Dylan, go Dylan, go Dylan, stick and go.
Tempo is number one. We're going to get reps. And in a short amount of time, we won't spend a lot of time running and doing things like that during camp and even into the season. You know, we're going to get in shape for football by playing fast every day.
Go, don't get knocked in. Step on the toes.
The toughest part about this is it has to be just, you know, being up here all day. When you're up here from 6 o'clock, you have to be mentally prepared to be up here all day. If you're not mentally prepared for it, it can break you by the time practice comes.
We feel as though that Ancient 18's putting in this work by how we put it in. We're working as hard on the field and off the field to be great. And that's pretty much how we go about it. I mean, the hours of grind.
Usually by the end of fall camp, the offense and defense are ready to go hit someone else, you know, because you want it that way. They better, you know, everyone better hate to lose. You know, that's how you become champions. You know, if that's every rep. If it doesn't bother you to have that guy across from you beat you, then you're in big trouble. You better be very competitive in every way.
Everybody wants to compete, even with a lot of jobs up for stake right now. You know, you want to be the guy out there making plays, and then with competition it brings, you know, it makes everybody around you better. And it's just been fun, though. It's been fun to see everybody out there compete.
It's okay to have a good fight every now and then, as long as it's not crazy or things like that. And once it's over, it's over. You know, it's just like a family. You know, you're around your family every day, all day, and you're gonna go at it a little bit. And once it's done, it's done. So you need some of that testing. You know, that's part of the game. You know, remind them, hey, you can't do anything stupid. Nothing that's gonna get you a 15-yarder. Let's be smart. Let's protect one another. But you know, that's part of it. We need to have a little bit of that attitude.
All right, keep grinding it out. Let's go. Play hard.
Let's go.
75443.
Come on, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go.
As camp draws to a close, the Arkansas Razorbacks, perhaps as much as any team in the country, are eager for the season to begin. A month of battling in practice after a long off-season of turmoil has brought the team closer together. They can trust in each other while they work toward a common goal, a magical season to silence the critics and erase the controversy.
It's a crucial year for us, and I think the fans expect that. And I know we as a football team and as a staff expect that. It's time to show off, it's time to make a challenge, and it's time to go get a championship. So I think that the fans, the players, the staff don't want to see us going back. They want to see us continuing up the mountain.
Team goals. One is to win an SEC West championship. You got to win your conference in order to get the ultimate goal. And then win the SEC championship. And then win a national championship. You know, that's always our goal. You know, it's not something we always just go around and just say it. It's something that we say it means something.
You can feel it, man. You can it's Twitter, Facebook, just walking around campus, going to Walmart. You feel that it's going to be a special year just here in Fayetteville. And everybody's anticipating the season because this has never really happened. So, you know, you got so many high-profile players on one team. A lot of the guys are from Arkansas, you know, which makes Arkansas very proud. And I think if any team has came through here, I think this is a team that can get it done.
I don't know if it's national championship or bust, but it almost has that sort of feel to it this year. I mean, this program has been building and building and building to what it seemed like it was going to be this season, you know, with Petrino at the helm. Now, he's not here, but John L. Smith is probably the next best thing because he was part of this all. So I know fans see this program as really being a national title contender this year, and we'll find out what happens.
We coach in the Southeastern Conference. We play in the Southeastern Conference. It's the closest thing in the world that there is to the NFL. We're doing what we do as coaches. We're doing what we do as players. And, you know, we're just trying to improve each day and do what's necessary to win football games. We want to win the national championship. We want to be in Miami. And we expect that to happen. For us to do that, there are a lot of other special things that will happen. Things that you'll say will define a successful year along the way. But the biggest thing that we're talking about right now is let's make it happen with wins and losses.
Success is measured, in my mind, by your commitment, your work ethic. That we put everything into what we have. You know, I'm going to measure my success by how hard I worked, how hard I pushed the guys, how hard the guys in the locker room worked behind me. And ultimately, I think that if we do that, we can say we were successful internally and externally as well.
I think they see this as a year that could be something very special. you know, is something magical almost. Yeah, we've had some problems, but we're not going to let it deter us. I think they've grown from the adversity, and that's what we have to keep pushing in that direction. And, you know, and that's the way life is, of course. And we have to teach them that. And this is life. Gentlemen, let's continue on. I mean, we're at a point where there's a very special, you know, window of opportunity out there. And how many times can this opportunity come in your life, something like this? And so I think you take special pride in that. And, okay, we don't care what people think. We're going to make it happen.
Want your arms folded? Behind your back, gentlemen. Behind your back.